Hey guys, welcome to Rockin' the Heat. Good morning or good day. I'm just gonna kind of cut right to the chase because I'm taking a little break from work. So let's talk aftermath of the Sergeant Dunn's One and Done challenge. Let's just recap the whole kind of evening. I was getting psyched up talking to him throughout the day, all day yesterday. He just wanted a review. I was just like, did a search on YouTube, and I was like, wow, no one's actually done it yet. And so then I actually asked him if anyone has, and he said, nope, everyone's a little too afraid. I was like, okay, well, I mean, if anyone who has it on them has done some spicy challenges, then I don't know why they're afraid to do this one. But, I mean, the results are pretty similar for most challenges, so yeah. Anyways, yeah. Psyched myself up and a little bit out and then back and forth throughout the day. And I eventually came to the conclusion that there was a 75% chance that I'm doing this. And as the day went on, that percentage went up and up. And then I think it was right before I headed home, he sent me a message saying the Chili Podfather was going to do it. And I was like, oh man, Frank, nice. Our tolerances are pretty similar, I think. His is, I guess, a little lower. But I know exactly where he's at. So I knew that when I was burning, I can tell pretty much exactly where he's going to be. I've watched enough of his videos to tell where his tolerance is at. But yeah, so I was pretty excited when I heard he was going to do it. So I hopped on Messenger and messaged him right away. And was like, hey man, you doing this? Because I think I'm going to do it too. And yeah, so we went back and forth a couple messages. And yeah, by the time I got home and before I did it, he sent me a message saying, wow, that was hot. And so I couldn't help it but asked him if the gut has been hit hard yet, and he said nope, but he had taken a couple afterburners, afterburn supplements, and had some yogurt and stuff. I want to try some of that yogurt he has. I don't know what it is, but it looks good. I like my yogurt. Anyways, so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start my prep, which what we ended up getting for dinner was both Gina and I, we ordered something last night. Usually we do we cook up a bunch of food for the week. We do that on one day. By we, I mean her, and I do all the dishes. It just ends up working out that way. She gets home before I do, so she starts on it, and I'll help out cooking and prepping and stuff like that, but a lot of times I'm cleanup crew. Anyways, so we ordered buttermilk fried chicken sandwiches. Those are so tasty. Now, chicken doesn't have a lot of fat or grease in it, but being fried, it does add a little oil. Oil, fat, those are things that help with challenges. So load yourself up on that a decent bit. Not too much dairy, though. Careful on the dairy, because pretty much anybody can go a little overboard with the dairy sometimes. And that alone can make you not queasy, but just add a little bit of issue to the issues you're going to be dealing with already. So, anyways, yeah, so I had that. And then I was like, you know what? Tony Reeves was telling me that I need to get some bananas. So I was like, you know what, Uncle Blue? I'm going to go get some bananas. So I went and got a couple bananas and decided I was going to blend up 2 bananas, a cup of yogurt, and a cup of chocolate ice cream. It was a thick sludge. But it tasted good. And I slurped her on down. And I just, as I was drinking, I was like, man, this is really going to coat my stomach. Hopefully that helps or whatever. Then I also did I do anything else? Oh yeah, then I also had a couple Tums. I think is Matty Spice. So if you haven't, go check out the Chili Podfather. Go check out Tony Reeves, and go check out Matty Spice. All awesome YouTube channels. Matty Spice is suggested a concoction of like cottage cheese, like a whole pint or more of cottage cheese, and like 6 Tums and I don't know, bananas and something else. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, he's awesome. Really beastly tolerance, that guy. Yeah, so I had that, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go right downstairs and do the challenge now. Like, pretty quick. So between the time of me downing that sludge and slurry of banana yogurt chocolate ice cream and the Tums, going downstairs and popping it in my mouth is probably 20 minutes, I think, maybe a little more. So yeah, went downstairs, ate that sucker, and if you haven't watched that video, go watch the video, please. It would be my last upload. Sergeant Dunn's One and Done Challenge. Yeah. So I won't recap that too much, but yeah, munched on it. Wasn't as nasty as I thought or as expected it was going to taste. It actually tasted rather good to me. It was a real tender piece of jerky, too. Yep. I say a lot. I'm trying to think, though. So, aftermath. I swore, from all the other challenges I've done, I was like, I'm going to be feeling this in like 30 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes, I'll feel something in the gut. Because a lot of other challenges do that to me, especially ones that have pepper powder in them seem to do that to me. So, sat around on the computer. I didn't really seek much relief afterwards because I wasn't really feeling anything. So I just kind of wanted to wait until I started feeling something just to help judge how my pregame prep worked. So I just waited and waited and waited and nothing happened. And at that point I was like, wow, well, I'm kind of hungry for dessert. So I'm going to go have some rhubarb crisp. Oh man, the ratio of rhubarb goodness to crunchy awesomeness it's just on point. My wife did an awesome job with the crisps this time. We've played around with the ratios and she just nailed it this go around. Super good stuff. Man, I like food a lot. So yeah, I had some dessert and waited around. Nothing happened. So went to bed. Then 1:30-ish rolled around. Yep, that's when I woke up to take a pee and immediately felt like my throat, esophagus, was on fire, and my cramps were just pretty much not the worst I'd felt, but right up there. It just was a ball and just ripping my gut apart. And I was like, oh geez, this is bad. It's really cool in my house right now. It's like 50 something degrees because it rained a bunch and got really cool. In 2 days, it dropped from it was like 95 down to 57 degrees or something like that. It's going to bump back up, but that was a quick drop. So the house was cool. Hadn't started like getting the cramp sweats yet or anything. So I go into the bathroom and I got pretty queasy and really thought I was going to yak, but I didn't. I held it down, and I know I fought through it a few times, and then a big burp comes. So I let a big burp out, felt better, like not nauseous anymore, but the cramps were still there. And kind of painful. I would say, despite the delayed reaction to the cramps, which I thought I was going to get cramps sooner, but that was like 5 hours after I did the challenge. And I am curious if it really depends on when you eat the challenge, where your digestive system's at, like the cycles at and movements at, when you eat the challenge, kind of what delays it. Maybe more of an empty stomach, like if you have an empty stomach and you eat a meal and do the challenge right away, it might metabolize quicker and get into your system quicker. I don't know. Either way, I definitely fought through some cramps, and I tried to sleep through some of them. Fell asleep a few times, woke up a bunch, and yeah, so just kind of typical aftermath stuff. It wasn't worth recording. It wasn't that bad, and plus I was really trying to sleep through a lot of it, so it was just a lot of me sleeping or laying on the bed. But I would wake up about every 45 minutes to an hour, and for about 2 hours right after I first woke up, I didn't sleep. I just walked around the house. Too bad it wasn't like another time in the day, or if Gina wasn't home, I definitely would have recorded that first bit. But yeah, I didn't want to wake anybody up or cause any commotion. As soon as I start talking to the camera late at night like that, the dogs start barking. Like, who's he talking to? Bark, bark, bark. Yeah. So it was good. I really suggest this challenge for anybody who's, I don't know if he's going to make a bunch more, but I really do suggest it for anyone who's done a challenge similar to the solar flare. Let's see. So from what I've done, solar flare and scorcher torture 2.0. If you can do those, you can easily. Well, if you can do scorcher torture 2.0, I'll say it that way. You can easily do this one and done challenge. It's much less volume of food that you're consuming, and there's not a bunch of pepper flakes and pepper powder, which that is a big delayed gut bomb. Pepper powder and pepper flakes, oh my gosh. It's bad, guys. So, yeah, I should probably get back to work. I really felt like there was something else I wanted to cover, but I really just kind of wanted to come out and babble. Oh, yeah. I was so wiped out this morning. I don't know how much sleep I got last night. Let's see. 3 hours-ish, maybe, sort of deal. Like 2 solid hours, then 1 hour of spotty sleep. I got to work, and I got to work a little early because I was already awake and just couldn't sleep. Got to work a little early, was going to record this, went inside, got the shop booted up, got the mill running, got the router running, sat down in my chair, and passed out. Fell asleep. Oh man, I was so tired. I'm glad I got the machines running first. Otherwise I would have been sleeping with nothing happening, no work getting done. That's kind of the cool thing about CNC machines. If you got long operations, get them running. There's other stuff to keep you busy most times, but man, it does kind of let you get a little bit of a break from some of the arduous tasks and stuff. But yeah, anyways, I'm just going to keep rambling if I don't stop. We're going on about 15 minutes. Again, if you haven't checked out Chili Podfather, Tony Reeves, and Matty Spice, go check them out. They're pretty awesome. All right, guys. Maybe see you later today. If not, have a great one. Rock on.